Greetings fam, picture this. A 15.6-inch laptop that claims to give you a lot of grunt under the hood, tons of storage, and a usable touchscreen. All without looking like a bulky gaming rig. If you're considering the Vivobook, stay with me. I dove into multiple sources to bring you the straight truth. Let's start with what it brings to the table. At its core, this Vivobook is powered by an Intel Core i7 processor and reportedly paired with 40GB RAM plus 2TB SSD storage. That kind of RAM and storage combo gives lots of breathing room, plenty of headroom for heavy multitasking, many browser tabs, multiple office apps, perhaps even some lighter creative software, without worrying about slowdowns or storage crunch. Review sources that mention this high RAM, large SSD configuration highlight how it makes everyday workloads smooth and snappy. The 15.6 Full HD display, 1920x1080, often with touch capability, can be quite handy for productivity, note-taking, scrolling, presentation previewing, or casual media consumption. For business, student, and everyday home use, this screen format strikes a balance between portability and usability. The backlit keyboard plus a numeric keypad is also a plus. Typing in dim light or working on spreadsheets becomes easier and more comfortable. People who got these spec-rich Vivobook variants often comment that the machine feels fast and responsive. Boot-ups are quick, launching heavy apps or switching between many tasks doesn't bog down the system. So for students juggling assignments, professionals handling big documents, or home users with many apps open, this gives a smooth user experience. Portability and design are also part of the package. Vivobook tends to be lighter and thinner than heavier laptops, which makes it easier to carry around, good for students going to classes, professionals commuting, or anyone working in different places. Now, because I'm here to give you the full picture, there are trade-offs. First, the graphics. Vivobook models generally rely on integrated graphics rather than a dedicated GPU. That usually means don't count on serious gaming, 3D rendering, or heavy video editing. For those tasks you'll likely run into performance limits. Battery life is another common complaint for many in the Vivobook line. Under lighter loads you can get by, but with heavier multitasking or frequent use the battery tends to drain quickly. For long sessions unplugged, especially if you're on the move, that might be a drawback. Also, because many Vivobooks use plastic bodies, the build quality is often good enough, but it won't feel as premium or as rugged as business class or premium ultrabooks. Finally, while 40GB RAM plus 2TB SSD seems like a dream for multitaskers and data-heavy users, depending on the exact model configuration, there can be confusion or variation. Some Vivobooks ship with more modest RAM storage out of the box. So if buying, double-check specs carefully and confirm the vendor is delivering the promised configuration. So, is the Vivobook worth buying? Yes, but only if your main priorities are productivity, multitasking, storage space, portability, and everyday tasks. For students, office work, remote jobs, browsing, document editing, light creative tasks or general home use, it offers very solid value, especially when spec-heavy, 40GB RAM, 2TB SSD. If, however, you need strong graphics performance, for gaming, 3D work, video editing, long battery life, premium build quality or a top-tier display, you'll likely find this laptop limiting. In short, the ASUS Vivobook 15.6 business laptop is a well-balanced, high-spec everyday machine that delivers great value for users focused on productivity and multitasking, but with some compromises in graphics, display quality, and battery life. If that matches what you need, it's a practical and capable